It's week 4 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Cowboys. Coming up next on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The numbers for Zeke from last week, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. On second down, Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The give is to Elliott. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Lawrence on 3rd down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. Speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Winston. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Naeem Hines, his first carry. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Winston. And that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. help them as they head towards the half.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Here's Winston. He'll check this down to Hines. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Taylor. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Let's go! Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On third down, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Winston. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's going to be caught by Ali Cox. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Pascal. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Winston hits his target, the tight end Mo Alley Cox. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is out of bounds here.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Winston. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and goal, Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Mo Alley Cox in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Fields this way up at the 17, and they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Winston. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Throwing, Winston. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. First down, Winston. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense. They could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To the air again with Winston. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Winston. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run here with Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run. Taylor. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of coverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, 50 yards. For the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Winston's throw pulled in by Robinson here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw is Winston. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. On 1st down, Taylor shoves him aside. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there. Now Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And the ball is free, Taylor lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this one will be brought back to the 22. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
DeForest Buckner able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Let's go! Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw, Winston. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the Colts are right back in this football game. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And Winston lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grover Stewart in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Power running by Zeke, and he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Hits his target to tight end Mo Alley-Cox. 10 seconds to go. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York